I'm telling you, if I had known these 10 things, I would have still had half my money and probably double the heat. Now, mistake number one is going to be buying sneakers without trying them on. I gotta say, and this is what I say in a lot of my sneaker reviews and things of that. I make these reviews so you guys can go ahead and be able to know what to expect when buying these sneakers. I want you guys to know if it fits true to size. I want you to know about the comfortability long term and short term. I want you guys to know about the durability, the materials, and just all those things, so it makes it very easy for you guys to go ahead and tap in with the sneaker. So with that being said, I do want to say that I once bought a sneaker, and it was the Air Force One. This is a sneaker that I believed and I really liked at the time. It was popping at the time, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of on the trend because I really didn't like the sneaker as much, but it kind of grew on me. So I went to go ahead and buy me a pair of Air Force Ones, but when I bought them, I didn't try it on. I just decided to get myself my regular size, and sorry, all the dogs are going crazy in the background. But anyway, I bought a regular size. I am a size 11, and they were just like clown shoes. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you have had a pair of Air Force Ones before, y'all know you got to go at least a half size or a full size down. But I did not know that because this was my first time buying them, so I just went ahead and bought an 11, and it was crazy. But anyway, I did want to say that comfort should always be first in your sneakers, and if you have a sneaker that's either too big, too small, the comfort is not going to be optimal. So you always want to try on or buy from places with free returns. You can go ahead and make sure you have just that much more assurance, and don't fall for the hype trap, y'all. I tell y'all this every video, y'all. Go ahead and buy something that fits with your identity, or else don't go ahead and buy it. But this next mistake cost me a few friendships and more than a few dollars. This one is gonna be not asking for retail help. I feel like this one is one that not a lot of people think about. I do want to say that like the first couple of mistakes you guys will probably know about, but towards the end of the video, you're probably not gonna know at all. So I definitely recommend you stay tuned for the last one. But more on to like not asking for retail help. There was a time where I would walk into Foot Locker and I kind of act like I knew it all. But there's one time I actually passed on a pair of New Balances because I didn't ask for the other colorways. Because if you guys didn't know already, sometimes they have shoes on the rack, but not all the colorways are displayed there. So what I'm basically trying to relate to you guys is the fact that make sure you ask. Let's say you want a sneaker that's on the wall that's maybe in a white colorway. Maybe you just see a certain sneaker. An employee there may be able to help you out and get you a better colorway or just whatever you're looking for. You got to make sure to always open your mouth. And they always say closed mouths do not get fed, but people that open their mouth up and speak out for themselves, they're gonna find exactly what they want. So just make sure you guys speak up for yourself and just have that self-advocacy. Now mistake number 3 has got to be only buying hype pairs. Now this is not one that I've personally made in a while. I feel like maybe when I was a little younger, but I gotta say, for a while in my sneaker career as a kid, which I kind of feel is understandable, I only copped Jordans and just like hoop shoes, I guess, which I was a hooper at the time, but I feel like these were kind of things that were of the hype, and they were kind of things I saw rocked around me. I didn't really explore my style. Now, when it actually came time to actually wear them, most of these actually didn't go with anything that I owned. I feel like that's like a kid thing to do, though. I feel like when we all get shoes as a kid, we kind of just get what looks cool, and we don't think about how they're gonna fit with our fits. But I gotta say, nowadays, I definitely would make sure to go ahead and buy things with a purpose. Make sure if I'm buying this pair of shoes, I know an outfit I can wear it with, or at least a couple in mind. So definitely make sure you do not just only buy hype pairs. Look for them for a purpose. Now, number 4, the mistake I've made is ignoring care and maintenance. Now, I gotta say I probably still do this to this day, but I gotta say I am much better about it now. I actually just dropped a video today on a little sneaker shopping vlog where I went out and bought a couple sneakers, but on this sneaker journey, I went ahead and got me a pair of sneaker cleaning substance. Now, this was, I feel like I was persuaded a little bit because the transformation I had got from my Nike Air Force Ones that were white, it kind of brought them back to a regular sneaker that was brand new. So I was like, it kind of makes sense to go ahead and invest in this, even if it's $60 or whatever the price is, because it's going to last me my whole sneaker journey. So I went ahead and copped it. I haven't used it just yet. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a month, but I am going to use it very, very soon. But with that being said, you guys, you want to go ahead and protect your investment. I always look at sneakers as an investment because it's something you're going to invest in and you're going to use for quite some time. Although it may not bring you back money, it's definitely something you want to just keep up to date and keep the up cleaning of it and just kind of care for it. With that being said, you can also invest in crease protectors. That is a great way to go ahead and keep your sneakers from creasing, looking a little extra older. You can also get waterproof sprays, which is going to be a lifesaver. Mistake number 5, and is one that I haven't really made in a while per se, but it is one that kind of bit me in the back immediately. Now, this is mistake number 5, and this is selling too soon. Now, I remember reselling my first pair of sneakers. I was super hyped. I had some sneakers that I didn't wear in a while, and I kind of wanted to make some money off them. So what I did was I put a bunch of my sneakers on OfferUp, thinking that I'm gonna make a bag. I don't even know. I think I had at least 3 sneakers, maybe 2. But with that being said, I put them on OfferUp, and within the first hour or 2, I got myself an inbox, and somebody said they wanted to buy this sneaker from me, but they said, I don't know, they had some little shipping issue, or not an issue, but it was, I was a kid, y'all, at this time, so nowadays it don't really make any sense to me, but it was basically how they wanted me to send them money for, I don't even know what. It's been a while, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, but they wanted me to send them money, and then they were gonna send it to me right back or whatever. And I was a kid, I was so gullible, and I really just wanted the money for some other stuff. So I sent them the money, really not thinking about it. And now when I think about it, it just doesn't make no sense. But with that being said, you guys, that is my mistake, y'all. Just saying, not being patient, and because I feel like when you're not patient and you're just really on go, you're not really thinking about what you're doing. So I feel like that was my scenario. But with that being said, let me know if y'all have ever had any situations where y'all have given or just lost money from selling sneakers. But with that being said, mistake number 6 is wearing heat in the wrong environments. This can really hurt you, especially your sneakers, even more. An environment I can think about where wearing sneakers probably isn't the best would be school. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like school, you ruin your sneakers, even though that's a spot people want to show out and where there's nice outfits. But for me, man, them school lunch lines were terrible. Walking in hallways was terrible. People just step on your shoes, and I feel like that makes it already a bad environment. Another environment I could think about is maybe going out, maybe for a party. That is definitely a spot where you should not be wearing some heat. And the lesson learned here is just not every sneaker is meant for every situation. And you want to have a rotation that includes the beaters. So, but if you think that this lesson right here or mistake is dumb, wait till you hear about sneaker mistake number 8. And it still haunts me to this day. So first off, we're going to talk about number 7. This is going to be sleeping on GRs. Now, GRs are general releases, and I ain't gonna lie, as a kid, as I was talking about before, I used to really ignore things that didn't really sell out or weren't really of hype. And it turns out some of the most wearable pairs, like the Puma Suedes or the Adidas Sambas, they were sitting for some time, y'all. They didn't always just boom from the start. These were ones that have been on the shelves for a minute, and then all of a sudden the trajectory just went crazy. But I definitely recommend y'all don't be blinded by the hype. GRs can be affordable, stylish, and wearable daily. Now, number 8, the one we've been waiting on, is you do not want to not research before buying. I say this time and time again, but you definitely want to do your research. And why not do the research if it's free? You know, it's not like something you have to really go out your way to really find. We have phones on us at all times. We got computers. So research shouldn't really be a hard thing to do, especially if you want a sneaker for a certain purpose. I definitely would go ahead and double down on that research so you can make sure, at least when you go into a store, you have a certain mind of what you're going to go ahead and get. Because you can only learn so much when you're just hearing it from the mouth. But I want to say that do your homework, y'all. Use legit check services when it comes to these sneakers, especially the high-end ones. And you want to just go ahead and use Reddits. You can use YouTube comparison videos and things like that. And you can find YouTube comparisons on this channel, or basically just anywhere, to be honest, y'all. But with that being said, stick around because mistake number 10, I can't believe I'm about to be telling y'all. But on to number 9. I want to say mistake number 9 got to be following trends too closely. And the lesson learned here is that trends really fade, you guys, and they don't really last a long time. I guess depending on them, they sometimes do. But I definitely would say that leaning on the trend too much can kind of hurt you, because let's say a trend fades and you bought a sneaker because of a trend. Once that trend is no longer there, you're not really mess with the sneaker as much. So I definitely say, man, build a foundation of timeless pairs before chasing aesthetics. Now for mistake number 10, it has to be buying too many pairs too fast. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of was a kid. I ain't gonna lie, I was really fortunate as a kid, and I got sneakers pretty often. And if you got it, it's not too bad to be buying pair on pair on pair. But if you don't got it, I gotta say this is a one-way street to being broke. I gotta say. But with that being said, I obviously at the time wasn't paying for all these sneakers. My dad was putting me on with a lot of good sneakers, which I appreciate. But I gotta say, it's definitely quality over quantity. I feel like a lot of the people that have a bunch of sneakers only really wear about maybe like 5 to 10 of the sneakers that they have, which is what I've heard a lot of the times from people that have like big rotations and such. But definitely quality over quantity. You want to be intentional, and slow builds are always going to win over the flashy piles of like the unworn heat. So if you're new to the game, we go ahead and rewatch this list and learn from me so you can build a collection that you actually genuinely love. Now, if we can run this all back, I definitely go ahead and just let you guys know you want to try on before buying. You want to ask questions in store so you don't miss out on the heat that may be in the back. You want to avoid hype-only decisions. Take care of your kicks with like cleaning kits. You got crease protectors and things like that. You want to be smart with your reselling. Go ahead and make sure you don't sell too quick. Make sure you're timely with it, and make sure you really know what you're going to do. You also want to wear the right pair for the right place. That is very essential. You do not want to wear sneakers in the wrong environment. You want to respect GR releases. You also do want to double check the authenticity, especially in those high-end sneakers. Don't follow every single trend, and build slow, but build smart. Now, have fun with your collection, y'all, and sneakers should always just bring that joy and not stress. I feel like sneakers is a way to always express just you, your identity, and all the things you stand for. So I feel like sneakers are a great way to go ahead and bring that extra vibe to you and your overall outfit. So that being said, if you've made even one of these mistakes, go ahead and let us know in the comment section. Give us a little story time. And if this video helped you out, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. I've got more honest sneaker content, guides, reviews, and real talk coming real soon, so stay tapped in. And hey, if you want to see a full video on how to build your sneaker collection from scratch, I recommend you click this video right here, and that'll be a great follow-up. So I'll see you in that one.